Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Allah Loves. So this one's a little complicated. Allah loves those who are unnoticed. Allah loves those who are obscure. Allah loves those who are hidden. Allah loves those people who are barely noticeable in gatherings. Who are these people? You might remember a hadith that we mentioned early on in this series, a hadith from Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas. May Allah be pleased with him when he said, "Inna Allah yuhibbul abd at-taqi al-ghani al-khafi." That Allah loves His servant who is pious, who is self-sufficed, and who is obscured, who is unnoticed by the people, who avoids a sense of the spotlight, who avoids a sense of prominence amongst the people. Now, this type of being noticed is a different type of being noticed. It's one thing to be noticed because of good deeds. And obviously it's riyā if you seek, it's showing off if you seek to be noticed because of good deeds. But obviously if someone's doing good, then there's a noticeable amount of that good that's public sometimes. But in this situation, there's a different type of obscurity that the Prophet, peace be upon him, is praising. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was once sitting with his companions and a man walked by and the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "What do you say about this man?" They said, "O Messenger of Allah, this man is of the most prominent of people. If he intercedes on someone's behalf, then his intercession will be accepted. If he proposes to someone, then his proposal will be accepted." And then the man walked away. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, saw another person and he said, "What do you say about this person?" They said, "O Messenger of Allah, this man is a poor man. If he intercedes on anyone's behalf, his intercession will not be accepted. And if he proposes, then his proposal will surely be rejected." And the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "But this person, one of this person is better than an earthful of the other person in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." And here's where this becomes fascinating. Some of the most beloved people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are the least noticed in our communities. The awliya of Allah, the closest ones to Allah, are akhfiya. They're hidden gems in our community. It's a person who is quiet, a person that does their service, a person that does their worship, that always greets people with a smile, that is barely noticed in gatherings, that doesn't show off, that doesn't boast. And in that process, they're gaining a special type of prominence in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that that's a habit for us to have. And it's part of modesty, it's part of haya. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the best person is one who sits in a gathering and leaves and people barely notice him. There are some people that they sit in a gathering and this isn't a situation in which there's dhikr, the remembrance of Allah and good contribution, but it's idle speech or it's things that aren't very beneficial. And this person just maintains a low profile. They maintain a sense of quietness and a sense of humility. That shows that that person is engaged in something else. They're engaged in another type of pursuit. They're not seeking their value from how other people see them. So this is not, again, the being noticed for good deeds, the competition for good deeds that Allah talks about in the Quran, the presence of virtue in public, which is necessary when it's done only for His sake. But this is a person who maintains quietness, softness, humility, modesty in gatherings and amongst people, and does not show off, does not speak too much, does not talk out of turn, does not place too much importance in themselves or in their voices at times. And I want to actually comment on this if we connect it to the very first hadith that we talked about here. If a person is wealthy, then that would give them some sort of route or some sort of sense of importance. If a person is famous, that might give them some sense of importance of themselves. And so they don't know how to sit in a gathering anymore and not be rich or famous. That's actually a very big problem. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was the most famous person in the world at the end of his life. But when you walked into a gathering, you couldn't distinguish him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He had long periods of silence. The Prophet, peace be upon him, did not take the fame that Allah gave him for being the messenger of Allah and then project that on all of his affairs. Likewise, Uthman radiallahu ta'ala anhu was of the richest of the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, but he would be of the least noticed of the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, if he walked into a gathering. And of course, I have to end with this hadith because I always find it so profound. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, woke up one day and he missed that woman that used to clean the masjid, and the companions, they said, "Ya Rasulullah, she passed away and we didn't want to wake you up at night, so we buried her because we didn't want to bother you. I mean, we thought this is an insignificant person in the community. She's just a woman who cleans the masjid." And the Prophet, peace be upon him, was so upset by that. He said, take me to her grave. And he prayed on her again, as if the janazah of the companions is not enough. He prayed on her again. And he talked about how he lights up the graves, or his salah is a means of light in the graves of the people that he prays upon. And there was a great lesson in that though this woman was unnoticed by people, Allah noticed her. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala notice us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to always seek that recognition from Him and learn humility, to practice humility, modesty, silence, obscurity. Not let people carry your stuff or put you in a certain place or talk to you in a certain way. Try your best to always maintain a sense of modesty and seek that love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even when you're surrounded by other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah make us amongst them. Allahumma ameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.